All right, y'all. Today was a disaster of a day for 2K, and I don't want to sit here and just blatantly make rant videos every single week, but when they do this type of stuff, I don't know what other choice I have other than that. I mean, it's getting worse again, and like I actually kind of have been enjoying this game as much as I mean, I haven't been complaining very much, honestly. I've been complaining about certain things because there are things that need to be talked about, like the pack odds and stuff need to be better, right? But it's getting worse, and the game is getting worse, and I'm really worried that if it continues to get worse, number one, it's going to die super quickly in this year, and number two, I'm kind of finally reaching the point where I'm just like, I think I'm going to be done uploading my team content like relatively soon. If this is what this game is going to be all year, I just have a hard time. Maybe I'll do it all year. Maybe I won't. I don't know yet. I'm not quitting yet. I'm just prefacing right now by saying that I'm not quitting yet, and I'm not going to quit yet. But if this is the path we continue to go down for the next couple months, I might. I really might. And I mean, I may not even finish out the year at this point. That's kind of where I'm starting to get to. And it's because of stuff like what happened today. So today we get a set, right? And the set is fine. But the problem with the set is it's all top tier cards. There is one budget card. It's Lou Dort, and he can't play shooting guard, which would be his best position at 6'4". So he's a 6'4" small forward. He's good. Don't get twisted. I did a gameplay on him earlier. Good card. The only actual budget card today's dropped, though. Dave DeBusschere stinks. Dikembe Mutombo is terrible. I mean, the Sapphires are all point guards, and none of them are great. They're all okay defensively, but none of them are special cards. All of the diamonds are very, very, very expensive. All of the pink diamonds don't even exist. It's the same issues that we had last week, right? But last week we had a couple of good budget cards. This week we have one, and he can't even play the position that he really should be able to play to be a good budget card. The amount of pink diamonds on the auction house after the packs have been out for 4.5 hours is a total of 8. There is 1 Gary Payton, 3 Scottie Pippens, and 4 Michael Jordans currently on the auction house. That's unacceptable. The pack odds are still bad. And that's not probably going to change in the near future, but they still are. Plain and simple. I opened packs today, and I regretted it. And I'm at the point where I'm just not going to open packs anymore, I think. Like, I can't justify doing that for a video, but the problem is, if you don't open packs, it's really dang hard to make MT, because the game's not rewarding. And I've already talked about the rewards, but the rewards don't seem like they're getting better. In fact, they dropped an Amethyst James of the Game option pack last week that was a great reward and was a very solid, grindable piece of content. And then they dropped today 4 crappy deluxe packs that are going to give you golds or emeralds, and that's it, and they're all unsellable. And that's all the grindable content we get today. We don't get any good grindable content. The only good rewards you get are from King of the Court and from grinding Domination, and once you finish Domination, there's not much else to do. I mean, I haven't done all-time Dom yet, but I might have to do all-time Dom. And I'm going to have a lot of MT because I'm selling my Russ, and I'll explain why I'm selling my Russ in a video y'all will see tomorrow. But I'm going to have a lot of MT, which is going to set me up to be able to keep my team solid for the next few weeks without spending any sort of money or spending money on the game or anything along those lines. So that's good. And I'm going to make sure I make my MT last by only buying good value cards, and that's it. And just try to make it last as much as I can. I'm still going to play the game and grind the game and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to be fine with that, and I'll be able to keep my team up to where it's at least competitive enough. But all that stuff happens. All that stuff is frustrating. The total lack of budget cards today sucks. And then they go and start banning people sniping. Not banning people sniping, but canceling people's snipes. And start taking away something that they told us was going to be fine and was not harmful towards the auction house. I mean, they literally said in their Discord before the game came out, and I'm literally going and finding it right now so I can pull it up and put it on screen so y'all can see what I'm saying. They literally went in their Discord before the game started and responded to a question. Here it is right here. And said, they were asked, is sniping cards allowed in the auction house? And their answer was, we will only be targeting transactions for bans that are detrimental to the health of the mode. Sniping cards is listed lower for their typical... sniping cards listed for lower than their typical sell value is not detrimental. They said it themselves, and is a great positive of having the auction house back. And now they're banning people for sniping. I know I already made a video about that earlier today, but what are we doing? Just a disaster of a day. No budget cards, no good grindable rewards, and they start banning people for sniping. What are we doing? I get that y'all are a company that wants to make money, but I still don't understand how the concept of making money has to be the greediest way possible, because it's not going to be beneficial. They are losing their community again, and there is actual good about 2K25 in some ways. The auction house being back is good, but you need good budget cards. You need pack odds that are not so atrociously bad that it pushes people away from opening packs, because I promise y'all, people aren't going to keep opening these packs. I'm done opening packs. I recommend y'all be done opening packs, because for the time being, the odds are just not good enough for them to be worth opening. It's not rewarding enough. It's just plain and simple not. And until the odds go up, I don't think there's any real reward to opening packs. And then there's no grindable content. We need grindable content. We don't need to be able to grind for the best card in the game every week, but we need to grind for legitimate cards that can make your team better and can help people's squads and are good enough to compete. We need those types of rewards. And last week we got that with the Amethyst Gems of the Game option pack, but that's the only thing they've dropped that's been like that basically all year. Earlier this week, they did drop the 10-back box for the Tuesday content that you could grind, and I actually liked that. It was pretty good. But then on Friday, we revert back to these old ways of content that is just unrewarding and no real way to grind anything that even gives you a real chance at the content. And I know the 10-pack box wasn't great either, but it was better than what we got today. And it's just a disaster. And if you're not going to let people snipe, then you're going to take away yet another form of MT making, and you're just controlling your auction house in a way that is blatantly opposite of what y'all told us you were going to do. This is just turning into another year of 2K doing the same bullshit and disrespecting their community. Pardon my language. I try not to curse on YouTube, and I generally don't curse at all, but plain and simple, it is what it is. It is bullshit. That is what this is right now by 2K, and it's unacceptable. And I will not sit here and continue to support this game throughout this year if this is what it's going to be. And if it continues to get worse, I'm done. Plain and simple. And I know 2K will be fine without me. I'm sure they will. They don't want anything to do with me anyway. They never have. Just like they don't want anything to do with DBG or Ty Debo or anybody else who calls them out on their bullshit. Plain and simple. That's the truth. And I know they don't want anything to do with me. I'm sure they'd be happy if I leave, because that's just going to leave all the shills who keep opening packs. And like, I opened packs today, so maybe I'm part of the guilty party, but I didn't expect them to remove sniping and spit in the face of their community again. If I had known they were going to do that today, I wouldn't open any packs. I'll tell you that. I am absolutely fed up and frustrated with this company, and I'm really starting to truly get to the point. And I was frustrated last year with the gambling, but I was like, maybe 2K25 will be better. Why did I think that? I don't know. And the sad part is this game does have potential. It does. There's an auction house, and if the pack odds were better and there were more budget cards, the auction house would be great. If there was more rewarding stuff to do, and it doesn't have to be crazy. They don't need to drop full sets of grindable cards every single week. They need to drop an agenda here for a 10-pack box like they did this week, or an Amethyst Gems the Game auction pack like they did this week. But you need better rewards. We don't have any mode rewards. Showdown, you're grinding for weekly rewards, which are okay, but they're not great. I'll post my Tier 1 Showdown rewards that I got last week tomorrow, and they weren't horrifically awful, but they weren't great. I don't know. Breakout is literally just a wild goose chase, spending 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours grinding to get a center portal to pray you get better rewards on that second board, but most of the time you don't. Triple Threat Park is a complete joke. It's just waiting times and loading times and having to sit and wait for games, and the only rewards you get is 600 MT a game max, basically, or a 5-game win streak gets you a Sapphire card. Yippee. King of the Court has good rewards, but it's once a week, and the rewards could still be better. Salary Cap is a joke. It should be good, but we have an 80-plus hidden gem pack and a Power Surge Deluxe pack as the best odds you get. The only reward that's grindable and that's rewarding is Domination, but people are finishing Domination at this point, and it's also not something that everybody wants to do. What are we doing? I mean, what are we doing? Please explain it to me. Somebody in my comments who's smarter than me and thinks I should not be complaining because it's just a game and because 2K is doing a great job or whatever, explain to me how they're doing a good job. This is unacceptable, and this is not a game that I can continue to support beyond the next. I mean, I'm going to give them a couple months. I really am. I'm going to give them a couple months. I'm not done uploading content. I'm going to keep uploading content. I'm not going to try to complain in every single video. But if it doesn't get better over the next few months, I think I'm done. And that's a real shame, because I have literally reached the point of full-time content creation, and that is a massive blessing. But I am not going to continue to do it on a game that just spits in the face of their consumer. And I think that's the only way there will be changes, if people truly stop. And people aren't going to stop. I'm sorry. Like, the whales are not going to stop. So it's going to take a significant amount of change from a lot of people, I think, for things to truly improve. And I don't know. I didn't think they were doing that bad until today. But it's getting bad, and we're really worried it's only going to get worse. And so Get mad at me in the comments if you want because I complain too much. But at the end of the day, I'm going to share my opinion. I'm going to share it honestly. And if you don't agree with me, that's okay. You are entitled to your opinion. But I am getting really fed up really quickly. And I don't think I got much longer on this game if this is how it's going to be. It's the honest truth. I just don't. So we'll wait and see. I hope things change. I hope I'm wrong. But it's not looking too hot right now. And that sniping stuff, man, they better come out and revert that quickly and start letting people snipe again, because if that's a real thing, they're just spitting in the face of their community again and blatantly lying to them again. Just embarrassing. I'm sorry for my complaints, y'all. I don't want to be this guy. I really don't. But this is what's going on right now, and I'm just going to be honest with y'all at the end of the day. So I appreciate y'all for watching. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.